Well, hey y'all, welcome back to RevStoration. Yep, me and the old man are back with Ole Red. We're going to do a video today. We're just gonna title it Button Up and Boogie. So we got a lot of things we need to button up. That last video was it was a little embarrassing with them headers just popping. And we want to hook the exhaust back up. We want to get the ignition system, want to get the interior put back together. We want to button it up, and then we want to make it go boogie. The radiator was it was holding water for just a minute, and it was like Swiss cheese after that. I mean, it was holes everywhere. So we're probably gonna see if we can figure out another coolant system.
They got water still in it.
Yeah, when it ain't got pressure, it'll hold it. When it's got pressure, it squirts it everywhere. So we got a little bit of boogieing to do, a little bit of working to do, a little bit of button up to do. Okay, we got a lot, but we're gonna get to it in this episode. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you after the intro. If having fun was against the law, we would be guilty as charged. All we are is shady shade tree mechanics from Butts County. Yep, the tail end of the world, just having fun. If you're interested in this kind of journey, come along. I'm David, I go by Rev here on YouTube. My daddy, also known as the Old Man, my wife, Nikki T, all we like to do is have fun and enjoy ourselves. So if you're interested in that journey, if you're interested in not learning how to do it, but just seeing the craziness of how we do it, come along for the journey here on RevStoration. All right, y'all, me and the old man just been sitting here trying to figure out what's the game plan, what we want to do. So, of course, we know we buttoning everything up, but we want brakes. So I said, well, let's just see what the brakes look like. The old man actually said it, but I said, okay. So here's, of course, here's the old master cylinder. So let's open up the master cylinder. Man, them things look clean, don't it? Woo, man, look at that. I think we can clean that out and put some fluid in it, and it ain't it ain't ever gonna work, but we're gonna give it a go. This is RevStoration, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Look at that engine though. It looks a whole lot better than it runs, but it runs pretty good too. All right, y'all, we here at RevStoration, we don't like to throw nothing away. I mean, we got all kind of, look around. I mean, even me and the old man, our wives hadn't thrown us away, and we're grateful for it. Most of these cars around here, folks, would have crushed a long time ago. But we don't like doing that. We don't like throwing we like throwing anything away, old man?
Nope.
Check these shoes out.
Oh, come on, man.
Look at them jokers. I tell you what, you gotta get it out the shade. Get it out the shade where everybody can see it.
Where, up here?
You in the shade is, look at it, y'all. Whoop! Them jokers.
Them things was peeled back to him, and they was flippy flapping. I said, oh Lord, these shoes too good to throw away.
Duct tape, baby, duct tape.
And black electrical tape works miracles. I don't know how long it's gonna last, but it's on there.
It ain't flopping though. He ain't gonna fall down with them kickers on. All right, y'all, we're gonna go play around and clean out that master cylinder, and it ain't gonna work, but we're gonna try. Oh man, that thing's cleaning it up like a brand new one, y'all. Look at there. Why would one ever do such a thing? There really wasn't much dirt in there, y'all. Look at that. There's not that much. We can grow some worms down in that. Hoo-wee. Look at all that. An old man ain't got no brake fluid. We don't probably won't make a difference. Y'all remember that last look? Let's look at it now. I mean, it looks a whole lot better, but guess what? It still probably ain't gonna work. Oh man, did you find some brake fluid?
Oh yeah, you talked about the old man, but he found some. Look at that, ain't never been opened.
He didn't have a clue it was down there. He said, oh, I got some, so I didn't buy any. And then he looked and said, oh, I guess I ain't got none.
Got a little bit in it.
Not much. All right, y'all, we got a little work we're gonna do. We're gonna let this brake fluid just sort of sit down in here and lube up the seals. So that first time, it ain't the first time, old man was tearing them brakes up the other day. So all the seals are probably already busted in it, but we buttoning stuff up. We're gonna test the brakes out and see if these see if this master cylinder work. Probably won't. But my wife put me in this old skin tight shirt this morning. I told her I was in a hurry, had something to do at the church. I'm a full-time pastor, fun time. Today's Friday. We like to work on these old rigs. Had something I had to run and do, and she gave me this skin tight shirt. Oh man, I told her, I said, this shirt's getting a little too tight. She said, well, you need to quit eating so much candy. I said, I don't eat that much candy. She said, yes, you do. She said, I bet you got some candy on you. I said, no, I have a few Twix under my sleeve. A few Twix. All right, y'all, that was pretty good. All right, old man, hit it. See if, oh, bubbles going everywhere. Hit it again, bubbles going everywhere. Look at there, y'all. It's sort of working. Hold on. Go all the way in and come all the way out with it. Slowly. It's working, y'all.
It spring pulling back up.
Does that surprise y'all as much as it surprises me? And the master cylinder needs to be bled. But it's sort of working.
See any bubbles in the back? Yeah.
Oh yeah, bubbles coming everywhere.
Well, that front's done got dirty, ain't it? Pushed up some dirt, didn't it?
Well, I'm wondering if the front's even
Bubble good.
back's got a bunch of air.
Coming all the way up, man.
All right, hold on, hold, just let it sit there a minute. Look at that, y'all. I mean, it's just coming. I don't know what that is that's coming out of that. I don't know if it's leaking down or leaking up, but it's blowing all kind of something, trash or something coming out. Hit it again. Look at that, y'all. Oh, man.
Look, it went all the way down that time quickly.
Yep, front had some bubbles in. Me and the old man have been talking, and we're kind of big supporters of the green economy. You know, we want to make all things green. You know, we don't believe in burning gasoline and oil, and y'all know we're kidding, right? But old man, you know the greenest presidents in all the history of U.S. presidents? It's the Bushes.
The bushes.
Green, you get it. Look at there, y'all. Green. Look at all that. Look how pretty the river is. I bet the fish are biting right down there. We're gonna get ready and go get our bolts. I think the top bolts on all of these will go all the way through. We can nut the back, and then we need to get the bottom bolts in. We're gonna do that now before we're gonna leave that off, old man. He's just putting it all back together. But we're gonna get all these done and get it good and tight, because we need to do that before we try to turn the engine over.
All right, we're starting to hook up the headers.
And this side of the head where the header's bolted up is broken off, so we're getting that done. What y'all think? O'Reilly's or AutoZone or somebody sold the old man some incorrect parts. We're trying to get the ignition switch hooked on. It looks right, it's just the tumbler's not going in. We're gonna keep fooling with it. You ever had these issues? But here we go. We got all of that hooked back up. All the headers are hooked up. We got to go downstairs and get the manifold, everything hooked back up for the exhaust to go all the way out the back. Old man's going to get another switch that we have over there and see if that looks fairly close. Just doesn't look right to me. We're gonna figure it out. Yo, the old man was sorely disappointed in me that I told him he bought the wrong lock cylinder and lock cylinder set. But after reading the don't go back and replay that. But yes, after reading the instructions, I remembered. I couldn't figure out what was going on, but we got it in now. So there's a lock cylinder, no battery, so we don't know if I've still got an issue with the, let's go out here and I'll show you what I have an issue with. We still have an issue with the solenoid. Something's going on with the solenoid. I don't know why positive's on the wrong side. We couldn't get any of that to work, but we're gonna get all it hooked up. We still have to get a hot wire. We have to get a hot wire from the ignition. Now we have the ignition hooked up, and we have to work on this to make sure we can get this hooked up. We got everything we need to hook that back up now. So that's part of the process. That's what we're getting to. But I think we're gonna use Puddin' as a mimic ride, and we're gonna go see if we can mimic. We now have a ground cable hooked up to the motor. Maybe that was the issue, that the solenoid wasn't working right, I don't know. We'll get a battery hooked up to it, and we should be able to see if it'll turn over that way now. So that's step number 2. We got the ignition done. We've got the headers hooked up, so she should be better than it was. All right, y'all, we've hooked the solenoid up the way the solenoid should be hooked up. Of course, we have our hot wire hooked straight to the manifold, which probably ain't really the best because it's gonna get hot as a dickens there. Probably need to find somewhere else to hook that to. Should hook down. It ain't doing nothing, old man.
Well, I ain't tried it. You tell me.
All right, hit it and see if it'll turn over. All right, solenoid's working, y'all. We grounded the engine out.
I can turn this thing off now with no brakes and stop this thing.
Yeah, the old man's happy and excited. I am too. I was wondering what in the heavens is wrong with this. Let's see if she still got some fire in her. Hit it. Sounds better with those headers not knocking like a dickens, old man. We don't want to get it too hot, but woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's success. That's pretty good success.
I mean, right after we ain't tested or nothing. What's it been, all week?
All week, yeah. This thing set all week, y'all.
Over a week.
So now we can get our hot wire hooked up to where the hot wire needs to be hooked up to. We can get our oil pressure light. Oil pressure sensor can be hooked up. So we're gonna get all that hooked up now, get all this out of the way, then we can hook the rest of the exhaust up. We might try to finker and fool and see what the gas in the tank looks like. See if we can suck some of it out. Probably
with this set of underwear. They're pants. They're kids' pants, I guess. I sure couldn't get them. I couldn't get one leg in them.
Yeah, Cat and Jack is
that's what they
had
jacked in the gas tank.
So I would say the gas tank's probably got water in it.
Yeah. Look at how long it sat there with this in it.
So we may have to pull the gas tank out, pour all the gas out that's in the gas tank, and then put it back in before we put the seat in to see if we can at least get gasoline in the engine, because we know it runs off this. So we're gonna get all of our wire situated. We're gonna find out where our hot wire is. Hot wire's already hooked up. So whichever this side, this is the hot.
This is coming out. I don't know what.
This is the. Here is the hot wire. Yeah, I don't know what that big hot wire is right there, old man. But this is the hot wire that we'll have to hook up to the new coil and the new distributor.
Where's that wire going?
It's going all the way back to the back.
Coming back into here, going inside the firewall.
So that's just a hot wire for a boom box or something. All right, y'all, this is the way we test our stuff. Most guys just know this. So because they just know it, they don't have to do it. Or they use other testing methods to test it to make sure they have the right wire. But if we come in here, we think this is the hot coming from the switch for the coil. So now we just have an alligator clamped to this. So when he turns it on, this should be hot, which would signal the distributor to be hot. And when he turns it over, it ought to crank. So that's the way we're gonna test it, right, old man?
Yep.
Turn it over.
That's it.
So that's the way we know we got our hot wire.
I had to do it one more time.
That joker's angry. I mean, that engine just got some get up and kick your butt. I mean, that's good Lord, what a Ford. That engine looks a whole lot better than this truck.
It looks good, but this truck don't look too good with it, does it?
So we'll have to run our wires where our wires go.
I wonder what this actually plugged into, oil pressure or temperature.
That's temperature, and the oil's right here, wherever the oil is. You can see all that oil on it. That's the oil. This is the temperature. Temperature goes temperature gauge.
He's got this thing hooked.
But there's another one down there. It's got a switch on it as well.
Oh, okay, I see it.
Y'all just simmer down. I'm gonna teach the old man something for us all over and done with. And then we're gonna get the exhaust hooked up, and then we can get gas. Boy, we just kicking it along today. Old man, these first 1, 2, how many videos we done on this one? It's 2. This will be the third one.
Third one, yeah. We did the motor, and then we did putting it in. And
y'all, them first 2 kicked our butt, but I mean, we're kicking its butt today. I mean, we getting it.
We ain't bragging, y'all. We ain't bragging yet.
Hey, I take my credit where I can get it. I take my victories where I can get my victories. So it's pretty cool. So we're gonna get that done. I'm gonna do some heat shrinking and getting all there, getting those wires hooked up. And
plus we gotta hook these 3 wires up to our alternator. We gotta figure out which ones go where.
And looking at pudding, there's about 15 wires that goes to it on pudding.
So we got 4 more trucks we can go look at.
All right, y'all, talked the old man into going and robbing this part of the wiring harness off. So of course, very easy. Of course, just hook that to that to that, and then hook all up. And this is good theology right here, y'all. Hook that to the alternator. We're good to go. So I'm gonna get the hooking those together, heat shrink them, get all that done, get all this put on the all that put on the alternator, and she should work. I still have to heat shrink and get that wire hooked up. We're making progress. All right, old man, you hold them up like that, and I'm gonna hit it with this. You ready? Yeah. I'm just kidding. Just gonna show y'all we're gonna heat shrink these. It doesn't need much heat. Roll it around a little bit, old man. All right, pull to separate the other 2, and then we'll hit it all. Now make sure your finger ain't in the way now, because it's hot. Woo, burnt that wire a little bit. We'll tape it to 2 in a minute, y'all, because they ain't really heating. Ain't really shrinking. All right, y'all. That shows RevStoration did some heat shrinking. And we're gonna now go get some black duct tape. They hot. The old man said they hot. So we're gonna get some duct tape and all this. I mean, we're gonna go get some electrical tape, and it's all gonna be wrapped in electrical tape like it was. And then we'll get ready and hook it up to the alternator. All right, y'all, Mama's going to get us a voltage regulator. We have the alternator hooked up. I think I made my wiring harness a little too long, and then we moved it back to where the manifold is. And y'all, manifold and plastic wires don't go well together. So we're going to have to figure something out there. I think it looks fine like it is. But we also got all our hot wires and everything hooked up. So hit it, old man, see if it'll try. Is all your lights coming on? Look inside.
The oil pressure will drop.
Oil pressure is oil pressure is supposed to be a light. I think this engine was set up for a light, and we actually have it. Or
you got it hooked up to a gauge, and it goes all the way up to high. See, it's falling now.
Yeah, so the light.
When you crank it, it goes back up.
Oh, you just turned the ignition on. Do any of the other lights work?
I ain't got no lights. I got all gauges. I got the, what's this?
That's a
alternator. Alternator's right in the middle.
So that ain't doing nothing.
It ain't moved. And my temp gauge is a gauge. Do what?
Old brake light still comes on. You're gonna have to get a different switch for the this instrument panel, because the oil pressure, maybe not, I don't know, it's just hooked up just like a switch. Of course we have this that we've got that blocked off, but I think that is just hooked up as a light down in here. So if that's hooked up for a light and it's actually a switch, it's gonna run it all the way up.
This is going to.
Yeah, that I don't think that went to that type of gauge.
No, it don't. It goes to somebody one of those special gauges. Got the dial.
So we got all that done. Temperature may work, because of course we have the temperature gauge, but it ain't warmed. It ain't been enough to be hot yet. So what's next, old man?
We got to hook up the exhaust, and we got to hook up. Start on the interior, putting all that back together.
Well, let's take the tank out. Let's take the tank out and slosh all that out, and then we'll try to see if we can pull some fuel from the tank, if the tank ain't grimy. Of course, if y'all look in here, it's just 1, 2, 3 bolts. We have the gauge. Have to get all that with the gauge undone. Undo those 2 bolts, or at least one over there, and we can slide this baby out this side. So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to see how good the tank is. We know it's not leaking, but we want to at least try to clean it out as much as possible, then put some new fuel in it, and we'll be good to go. All right, y'all, so I got another one of these at the house. I should have brought it.
For the gas tank?
But I don't know if it was messed up or if I was messed up. I don't know what the issue was on my old one, but they sent me another one.
Hey, where are you gonna put the bolts for them?
I'd put them right back in where they go.
Can't sit on the dash. How you gonna get it in there if you don't?
All right, you got this unbolted?
Yep.
You ain't got the fuel line
red
undone?
Goes to the back. Red wire goes to the back. Tell me not to bend it. I thought you was getting me a line wrench.
Well, I mean, you ain't gonna bend that. I just don't want you to, when you're going to pull it out, I don't want you to bend the metal lines. Because that metal line is actually...
Is it real long?
Yeah, it goes all the way down the side. You're gonna have to unclip it down the side when we pull it out this way. So we gotta pick it up and then pull it this way.
Let's get this. I got the bottom. You think I'll take the top out?
That'd be good enough. Good enough, old man.
Whichever one breaks loose.
Yep.
You say this? Oh, it just pulls straight up anyway.
Yep.
So what we're gonna do? Pull it forward.
Pick this up. Nope, we're gonna have to lean it out. Out. All right. Now
we gotta get this off.
Okay, got my end up.
Oh, this thing's got to hook off this clip right here.
That's what I was telling you, it's clipped all the way down. Okay. Old man don't listen well, y'all, but I love him to death.
Okay, it's off. And this is off, but I ain't got, where's that?
All right, you got a clip in the bottom you got to get out.
You gotta get this loose too.
Well, we'll pull that out. Ooh, maybe not.
It's tight.
Put your screwdriver in the bottom there and pick up the tank.
It's got to come out of this thing?
Yep.
I'm prying up on it. I'll have to. There's no bolts in there, right?
Nope.
It just won't come up because of this. This is what's holding it.
Y'all, the old man told me I can't pull gas out. Whoo, y'all hear that sloshing? I mean, it's got chunky. Whoo! Oh! Oh man, your shop is junky. We ain't gonna be able to see what it looks like.
Look at what it, while you pour it.
Dump all that dust and junk out.
This is a car bucket. It's probably gonna be in there.
Oh, look at the dust coming out.
Ain't no liquid in it. It's dry.
Look at all that.
There ain't nothing in it. Let me shake it while you hold the camera.
Oh, ho, ho.
We'll shake it on the ground. I don't know if I should put this back in it or not without rotting it.
Anything else come out, old man?
Oh, God.
Good Lord.
Sounds like the whole sending unit's loose.
Well, the sending unit will be loose.
Oh my God.
That's what you got a filter for, old man. Yo, my old man's blocking
I wonder
it.
if all that come out of the gas station.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
pumped all that. before we put it in, we gotta see if this thing leaks. Because it was dry. Let me turn it the other way. See how much noise it makes. There's something in it.
I mean, it's chunky as chunky gets. Alright, y'all.
Let's see what sending unit looks like.
Sending unit is
gone. That's what we hear floating around, is that float.
Yeah, but all that is the issue.
Yeah.
Sending unit still sending. I mean, you still hear it?
Yeah.
I mean, if we had a float is probably rotted off down in there. Go call Mama and tell her we need a float for sending unit. See if they have one.
Or just the whole sending unit?
No, a float for a sending unit. Or they ain't gonna have a sending unit. I wouldn't think they'd have a sending unit for this one. All right, y'all. We're gonna get my borescope and we're gonna laugh at what it looks like down in there. I don't know what that is. Look at that. Ooh-wee.
Well, we know the float's down in there. And we might can get it out this big hole if we turn it upside down.
Yeah, well that ain't no, that's not float there. That's
I know it's all this.
That's all that junk, y'all.
This here's got a little lip. That's why it won't come all the way out. But I bet this one don't have a lip on it. If we can get it to the bottom, it'll come out right there.
Y'all know what?
Trash wise.
This old man's gonna do everything he can to clean this tank out. I'm game. Let's we're gonna knock it around. We're gonna try to clean it out as much as we can. We got to put the sending unit back on it just so we don't die of fumes inside, but the sending unit don't work either. So the old man's gonna need to get him a sending unit. Ain't no need in just buying the float for a sending unit don't work. Yep. So I'd get a sending unit with a float.
But did my gauge work when you cross
Nope.
just the two wires without the sending unit?
Yeah, it should. If it don't, that's just a gauge.
That's the gauge. It may not be the sending unit. It could be just the gauge messed up.
All right, y'all. The old man's wanting me to do the old trick. Here you go, old man. Hold this.
All right. What you want me shines on, you or the
gauge is going up?
Woo,
sending
gauge
unit
works. Just gotta need a sending unit. And I wonder
So
why
see if you see the gauge going up there, watch it go back down. It'll go back down. We put it back together.
At least it ain't the gauge.
Put it back together and it goes back up. Y'all look at that.
Every time I turn it, it's pouring out.
You're cleaning it up. There ain't no doubt you're cleaning it up. All that was just at the bottom. The sides still don't even look. Is that what gas turns into, y'all? His old flippers didn't work no more either.
No, I done. I'm duck bill again.
Yeah, he done flipped it out.
Duck bill.
Clean that tank out, old man. All right, y'all. This is how RevStoration tries to blow out a tube. We just got the 100. We got a whole bunch of pressure going.
We got 80 pounds.
It's gonna blow smoke like crazy. Hit it, old man. It ain't.
It stopped up.
It's blowing some, but it ain't good.
There ain't enough stuck up in it. We're gonna have to get a coat hanger or something metal to get the bottom of that thing cleaned out. There's a whole tube rusty.
Whole tube is clogged up with whatever that bad gas is. Y'all, we're bragging about how everything was going really smooth on this one, and of course we dumped out all that rust thinking, well, hey, that's just a bad gas. And the old man's walking down now, so I'll break the news to him when he gets here. But all the work we did on this tank is for naught. It ain't gonna do us any good, old man, to work on this tank, because yep, y'all look at there. Y'all see that? Yep, she's rusted through.
I told you I had a solid
1, 2. We got a few rust holes in it. So this tank is no-go. All that extra work we did to that tank was for naught. Old man, we've got a alternator that hooks up like 58 different ways. We cut one off the blue truck and it only had 2 wires coming out of it. And we got one on another truck up here. It's got 3 wires coming from it. And this alternator is working. We hooked up our new regulator, and it's still not regulating, still not working. The engine cuts off. Of course, we're doing it the way you're supposed to not do it, but the way we've always done it, and it ain't working. So I think the old man's gonna want me to cut this one off, go put that one that we cut off of that truck on this and see if it'll work. And if it does, hoorah. If it don't, then I don't know what to tell the old man. All right, y'all, we have had some kind of time with this. We've got some issue. We got a new alternator. We have a new voltage regulator, and we still can't get it to work when we pull this off. Now, some people say don't pull it off. When we pull it off, our ground wire gets really hot. So I got a bigger ground wire because the ground wire had gotten hot before we had it, and that could be the reason that it's not working is the ground. So now I've given it a little extra ground. I put a 10 gauge wire on the ground and have it hooked up. So, old man, crank it up, get it running, rev it up, and then I'm gonna take it off and see if it'll stay running. The ground wire gets hot, then we'll still know we got something wrong. Oh, crank it up.
Get you started.
We still need to go get a, do you have a ohm meter? You don't have an ohm meter anywhere?
I don't know. I got a voltage tester, but it ain't on.
Well, it'll test and see if it's sending out 16.5 volts. I got one that's got a blown battery, so I'm gonna go see if the old man can find me a battery. And if it's putting out, we're gonna call it good.
I still say this thing.
Old man's still saying something's bad. I agree something's bad. It ain't working the way.
In between there.
I've seen stuff in between.
There's a little scratch on the glass. Don't get your fingers up there.
Well, we can move it where we need it. All right, y'all, here we are up underneath the old rig. Paint still don't look too bad up under here. We need to adjust on the clutch and make sure it's disengaging all the way. I don't believe it is, because I believe it's not. I believe it's not fully going into gear. It was slipping, or the motor was not good. Motor was revving up when the clutch was all the way out. You agree, old man?
Yeah, either that or I was bottoming it out.
What do you mean bottoming out?
I was winding it out. All first gear would give me. I was scared to put it in second because I was scared I would miss it and I wouldn't have no brakes.
Well, it's got to be able to squall tires in first.
No, just a short time until the transmission wind out. Second would have been the one grinding, spin the tires more.
All right, y'all, so we're gonna hook the exhaust back up. After we get the exhaust hooked back up, we'll be ready to maybe give her a test drive. Still can't get that alternator to work. All right, y'all, we got the headers hooked up to the exhaust. Now, of course, we blew one, but no, we still got both mufflers back there. What that muffler fall off of? That was the other truck.
Yeah, that was the other truck.
We got so many old Fords, we don't know which one we blew the muffler off of.
Look at the dirt daubers on the side of this one. I need to knock all that off. But we got to check dope and all that before we drive it a whole long ways.
Ooh, we're losing, we're dripping something right there. What's that dripping? Shine your light over here, old man. Other side, 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 other side. Nope, put your light right here. Other side of this, right there. Yeah, leaking fluid right there. What is that leaking? See it?
I can't see for this cross member.
That's all leaking down the block. I'm talking about, that's probably all that is. All right, it's just leaked when we had the valve covers off. So that's not anything new. That's old oil. All right, y'all, so now we're gonna adjust the carburetor, or adjust the clutch.
Repair side right here.
Yep. Repair side, what are we talking about?
Where we put the
yeah, it's good. We're not leaking there.
Okay. So now we can crank it. It ought not sound too bad, huh?
All right, y'all, so we're gonna adjust the clutch and then we're gonna pump a tire up. I think we got one flat tire. And if we look here, if you see all of that, that is the oil that was leaking the other day.
Pressure
out of our, and we were losing oil like crazy, and that's where it is.
Out of that
Dripping water there from our radiator we didn't repair. And if you look at that right there, that's the old brake line, and that's probably new oil. That's brake fluid. But I've worked on these, so these ain't all that bad. Getting brakes on it.
But we're running out of time today.
Old man says we're running out of time. We ain't putting brakes probably on this. We might try to bleed one or two of them, just to see if they'll bleed. But I don't think they're gonna be bleeding much. Maybe they will. I wouldn't mess with them rubber lines too much.
I'm seeing if it's leaking on the top side or out that metal one. Looks like the metal one's what's leaking because it is wet on the top too.
Y'all know I'm self-proclaimed YouTube certified Ford Autolite 2100 tuner upper. I'm gonna put that on a shirt one of these days. Old man, you wanna go show him off, see how good it's running? Hopefully he won't have to do anything. I do need to adjust on the choke. The choke is choked down a little bit, but go crank it up, old man, see if it'll run. Now, you ain't gotta give it, now he always puts his foot to the pedal. Just crank it up, turn the ignition.
But your sound is good. Go to the back, see if it's coming out the tailpipe.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Hit it. Hit it. Yeah, one pipe lost something on the back there. Got one tailpipe on this side, ain't got the kicker outer. It's coming straight out the back. Woo! Sound, hey, old man, that sounds like a tuned up engine, don't it?
Sounds good.
I didn't put I just ear chronometered it. I just put my ear on it and adjusted it out by ear. I think the carburetor's running good. I think all the,
leaking again. No.
it does look like fresh oil right there.
Looks like fresh oil, but it ain't coming out of here because it ain't wet. Oh well.
That does look like fresh oil right there. Go crank it up again, old man. I don't know where it's coming from, but that does look fresh right there. It may not be.
Behind the gas tank all this time, so I bet might not have noticed.
Oh yeah.
You did?
We still got another little squirter. All right, crank it up. Let me see. I'm gonna find a spot. Crank it up. I'm gonna find a spot that won't do that.
Okay. That's where we lost a quart of oil last.
That should work. All right, y'all, all that good oil pressure right there. So you need to take your rubber band off and rubber band it right there. Now don't be yeehawing on it and all that, because when you do, that's when you break that other.
Ooh, this rubber band is stretched.
Squeezed
up.
All right, y'all, we did not have time to do all the button up that we wanted to get done. It's got to get a new fuel tank now. We know that. We do know that it still needs a radiator, but it held water until it gets hot and builds up pressure. We got the engine running really well. We got the headers and the exhaust-ish hooked up. We've got the solenoid working as it should. The alternator is still not, maybe putting out, but it's still not working as we think it should. But the old man's going to give it a boogie and see if it'll do a little bit better with everything tuned out and running good. So the old man wants me to hook the battery up. Now with the battery hooked up, she should be ready to go. Don't hit this pole right here and head on out, old man. She's running good. Daddy.
Whoa, am I getting too close to that gas tank?
You was, but I wasn't gonna say nothing.
I couldn't see it. I gotta get there. got to turn a little deeper right here. Come on, Bezza.
We need to put power steering fluid in it. Maybe that's what the old man needs. I'll tell you what, y'all, she's running a whole lot better. Looking good, old man. It sounds good, y'all. That's better. Oh yeah. He ain't got no hood. I don't know what gear he did that in. See if his old backup lights will work. Y'all, I think the old man wants me to get in.
Get in, let's go for a ride.
Always put me on the brick.
They hard too.
Woo-wee.
Is that door shut?
That door did not shut. It shut that time. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get the little lean back. We ain't washed the windshield off.
Ooh, I think those this thing back down in neutral. Flat.
Crank it up. What?
I know I should crank it, but with no brakes, you ain't got no choice.
But that's my kicker, though. If you crank it while it's rolling, then when it gets ready.
Yeah, I know it, but I had it in force, rolling backwards. Start out in granny gear.
Uh-oh, he's buying them driving, baby. Ooh, it's loud as the dick is in here. You go back to second.
Get back to second. I'm gonna squall them. Hold on, buddy. Whoa!
Hold on, slow this thing down. Will it crawl down in second?
Yeah, it'll crawl. A little faster than first. Where we going? In the house or back around?
Oh, let me drive it. Get back around to the base and let me get in it. I want to see what this thing can do.
Fast, ain't it? Going in second gear.
Yep.
Ooh, I need to go first, but I'm scared. We're gonna go down in second.
Got to put it in the ditch.
I'm alright. Whoa, don't want to go back to second.
We're crazy.
Look, I'm gonna have to kill it for the motor.
Oh, Daddy, just put it in neutral.
Well, I was going too fast.
But if you put it in neutral, it won't, now put it in gear. We're sorry, y'all. This old man just wants to have fun. All right, y'all. Oh, got it in gear.
In second gear. Now you're
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, let's call him in second.
I don't know, I think you got it in third. Wow, now. Third is a little bit hard. It's further over than you think.
Yeah. seat's a little high, y'all. It's running good, old man.
Yeah.
Will it hit fourth? Oh yeah, it hit fourth. It ain't ready for fourth, but it would hit fourth. You ain't got much shocks.
I know something's loose completely, ain't it?
Something feels loose up front. You're right. Old man is nervous, y'all, I can tell you. Oh man, something really loose over there.
Oh, we never did tighten the motor mounts.
We got loose motor mounts, y'all.
All they are is barely got the nut on them. Hope we don't lose that.
Well, I don't think we're gonna lift the motor out of it. Might not ought to be squalling the tires like we did. That clutch is, I mean, that clutch is right. I think I think everything's right on the motor.
And remember, you ain't got no brakes. Where you gonna turn around at?
I turn around up there at the turnaround road.
It's gonna be hard up there.
We good, old man. We good.
As long as we don't meet nobody. And our battery holds up because I think we're running off a battery.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that.
I'd hate to have to walk all the way home to get a battery.
Good bring putting that. Oh yeah, old man, this thing is ready to rumble.
Gotta put some shocks and get whatever that is loose on the front end.
I think everything's right on the shocks. I think the issue is our seat ain't got no spring in it. Oh.
Yeah, Mama says I got a bruise on my butt. I can count it from that tree. I said, I'm driving with you.
You got that right.
All right, now.
Oh, go into second. Oh yeah.
You better go in first gear to turn.
Oh, hold on there. My feet come undone, old man.
Yeah, I know. How you gonna get back down that hill?
We good, we good. We in reverse now.
All right, get it right. Let me push it back.
I'm good.
That's down the hill now.
My seat moved on me, y'all. The old man.
He's sitting over here with me.
We hit it a little bit too hard.
I sure am glad
Here
this
you go,
door.
you hold this.
I sure am glad that door held. Which way am I looking at?
Put the seat over.
All right, put it in gear. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Woo!
It's green gear, all right.
That was second. I was spoiling tires in second gear.
Radio don't work, I don't guess.
Looks like third gear's gonna be as slow as we can get.
Oh, or you better get second gear and hold it.
Third, I'm fine.
Is that second or third?
That's third. Make sure you're looking through that, old man. See
Yeah, I'm
what we're
looking
doing.
at it.
Old man's scared, y'all.
I'm looking at the dash and everything else.
We going 15.
Huh?
We going 15.
I thought it was going faster than 15.
Speedometer works. We're going 35, y'all.
Does the temperature gauge come up any at all?
Temperature gauge moving up, but it's not hot.
How do y'all like seeing the engine while you're going down the road? All you see is the blue distributor. Well, wait a minute. He found Terman to scare me, folks. Believe me, he has done it. No brakes. Oh, now he wants the camera.
Hey, y'all, I was riding, I done got in bed the other day, and the old man Chevrolet done put him down.
Yeah.
After church, he had to call me. One of his pulleys locked up on him and burnt through a serpentine belt. And what brought you home, old man?
Old pudding.
The old pudding brought him home.
And he scared Big Mama to death.
That mama.
She said, I ain't riding in that truck no more.
She needed a diaper after riding with me on these dirt roads. I mean, I was squalling every tire I could. So, everything's good here. I think all in all, this is a good running truck.
I think if we feel the transmission was dope, it might shift better.
Oh, I think it's shifting fine.
Because right now it's hard to get in second, ain't it?
Well, yeah, because it ain't going slow. It's in second. You just got to rev up the engine a little bit. So we we can slow it down in second gear. We don't have any brakes, but we do have 3 of them, just different speeds. We got a third gear, a second gear, and a first gear brake. So all in all, I think it's a good running engine, old man.
Yeah, she runs good. You get the other little stuff like some brakes. The main thing is brakes. Before I ride with you again.
Oh, we good, old man.
We having fun, but he's gonna fall around this thing. I hope he don't go in the ditch. Hope he don't go in this ditch.
Don't throw you out.
Whoa! Alright, slow down, brake. Here's the thing. Woo, listen to that motor rev up gear and thing. Alright, you ain't gonna get gritty gear going this fast.
Oh, we're gonna cut it off.
Yeah, cut it off going down. You gotta pull in the driveway.
Yep. Woo! Alright, y'all. That was fun, y'all. We got a little bit of, I don't think it's hot yet.
It ain't much water boiled out, I've seen.
We, and the temperature gauge looks like it's gone down from what it was. But, I don't know if that's cause it ain't got water in it or what, but,
I don't think we blew no water out of it because I ain't seen none steam up.
hey, y'all. Had a camera on right there.
Oh. I didn't know you put the top light out.
Woo! Had to turn it off.
Back it up just a tad. We'll be sitting on the front porch.
Y'all, that scared me a little bit. I forgot my, hold on, I got it. Forgot my lingo. Whew. I knew I needed to, when you don't have brakes, folks, there's things you gotta do. You gotta remember when you're rolling downhill to use your brakes, you gotta cut the engine off. I did not cut the engine off and I about run it off the front here. I'm glad the old man didn't pull out. All in all, she's using oil because she's dumping it out of this when you go unplug it. All right, since the old man's got the air compressor and blew out a little bit of air, I'm a full-time pastor. Most, if not all of you, if you're watching this channel for the first time, maybe you didn't know that. One of the things about this time of year is we get to celebrate all the young people and their achievements. Of course, JC and Reagan both made straight A's, and they're Reagan 9th grade, JC 10th grade. JC's going to college in his 11th grade year, so I'm proud of my kids. But one of the things about being a pastor and being friends, tonight we have one of our really first kids. Our Nicole, my best friends, had a daughter, Caitlin, and Caitlin is graduating tonight. So congratulations, Caitlin. We love you, and I've got to actually go do that. But all in all, this old engine and the motor is running slick as it was. Old man, go crank it up one more time. Just show these fine people that this engine will run and run slick as it was. So I know y'all heard it, and I know y'all saw it, but I mean, this thing is just, you ain't got to give it no gas unless it needs it, old man. But all in all,
ain't no fun without gas.
I mean, I'm not saying that, just make sure. That thing's running good. I think that engine is running really, really good. Woo! Smoking a little bit out the back, but I mean, what do you expect when you got two wheeler boys running this thing? We're making that joker go. But y'all, we had a jam up good time. You had fun, old man?
Oh yeah,
we've had a good time. We thank y'all so very much for watching. Without any further ado, we know no way of closing out any of these episodes and saying deuces. May God bless.
Love y'all.
Hey, we want to thank y'all again for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to the channel, you can do so by clicking this button down below, or you can watch a video that may be suited for you or a recent upload here down below. So once again, we thank you for watching. Deuces. May God bless.